Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. This is the WRDN Morning Farm Report. And this morning, joining us, Mike Ginter, chairman of the Eau Claire County Wisconsin Farm Technology Days going on July 20th through the 22nd in Eau Claire County. Thank you to Compeer Financial, Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Annabis Silo, Osteoplastics, Synergy Co-op, A&J Agronomy, and Wisconsin Farmers Union for supporting our Newsmaker segment. And Mike, thanks for joining us. We're just around the corner, less than a little over a month away, and it looks like everything's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, we're making the final adjustments here, and we're set to have it. It's hard to believe it's here. You know, it's been a long process, but we're ready. We're ready. So
with the 2020 pandemic, and we've had, in January of 2020, no one knew what Zoom was. Now everybody knows what Zoom was. And the committee decided to make some lemonade out of a whole bunch of lemons with the farm tours and the educational website using Zoom for school age kids. I love the idea.
Yeah. It came about as an idea. Potentially, at the time, we weren't sure if we were going to actually be able to host a show. At that time, there were, live events hadn't started yet. So we were trying to hedge our bets and say, hey, is there an opportunity to showcase what we have here in the county? And then also make it a legacy type event, longer lasting deal than just a one-time show. And, so the idea came about and the committee said, hey, that sounds good. And we developed, a website that's going to be both educational and then, and also very interactive and unique, where you can go and interact with the farms and see the farms, see the tours. As you know, most kids are so far removed from agriculture now that they don't even know the basics of farm and farming and the lifestyle there and how to take care of cows and where their food comes from. And this is a great tool that they can learn. Hey, this is how you take care of the animals. This is where, my lettuce comes from. This is where, how horseradish is made and stuff like that. So, yep.
Now, meanwhile, this website, this will be up for Farm Tech Days, but will it be up then for the next upcoming school year?
Yes, we're going to have this available there for either school aid or for schools. I believe we might even have the opportunity to put it into the Children's Museum here in Eau Claire for the Chippewa Valley Children's Museum, and there's a lot of other areas that we can probably implement it. With potentially Farm City Days has been around for quite a few years and hasn't had an in-person event for a few years. This might be an opportunity to help replace that too. So
talking with Mike Ginter, he's chairman of the executive committee for Wisconsin Farm Technology Days in Eau Claire County, July 20th through the 22nd. Well, I know that for Farm Tech Days, a lot of folks might say, well, what makes Farm Tech Days different from the Eau Claire Farm Show or Farm Progress America? What makes the Farm Tech Days for Wisconsin different?
Yep. So the whole show is run by volunteers. All of us on the exec committee, everybody that comes and actually helps run the show, they're all volunteer, either organizations or just individuals. The other unique things are, it showcases and highlights, ag and technology here in our local area. So you can kind of see, it shows, our innovation square shows that, with all the local companies there, that a lot of people probably just didn't know that we're right here, within, a stone's throw away. The other unique things are, we've got from the farm show, in Eau Claire, that's, nice exhibits, smaller scale. Here, it's a large scale, a lot more to do, hands-on with the ride and drive. We've got equine demonstrations. We've got cattle there. We've got in our rural event center, we've got other presentations that, aren't being held at those other shows. And then the innovation square, where we're highlighting things. We've got the youth educational area, the discovery zone. the Heritage Square where they're actually going through and doing some, the with thrashing and running the old time, tractors and equipment to show you just kind of where we came from. And then along with that, the state FFA tractor driving contest going on. So, so we've got a lot going on in 3 days. And so it kind of enhances and gets you more detail on everything than those other shows. It's not just a trade show where you come and see a booth. So
talking with Mike Ginter, chairman of the executive committee for the Wisconsin Farm Technology Days in Eau Claire County, July 20th through the 22nd. Mike, obviously with the pandemic last year, the show's canceled. Everything had been canceled. Now everything's coming back. Is the committee expecting a lot more people because everyone's just wanting to get out?
That's what it seems like. We're being cautiously optimistic. You don't want to sit there and say, hey, it's going to be, but we're also being prepared that in case the numbers are significantly, better, we are, you typically run off historicals on these shows and try to plan that way. But it feels like when I'm out in the country, quite a bit, and it just the talk and the hope out there, it just seems like it could be a very nice show, very nice size, a lot of people coming just because I think everybody wants to get out, see everybody again. And in July, it should be nice weather. So.
Also too, with the proximity of the show to the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area and Minnesota in general, we could have a lot of folks coming from Minnesota.
Yep. Yeah, we're not that far. If you think, it's about an hour to the border, hour and a half to Red Wing, down in that Goodhue, Dakota County, those are real strong farming communities. So it's a really close drive for those individuals and potentially even further. We're right on the interstate system, so everybody's going to be able to just hop on, kind of buzz on over and get off. It's only a couple miles off. It's a real easy commute. So I think there's going to be expanded participation just from those areas.
So finally, before we let you go, I have to ask, you and your wife are into barrel racing. We're going to have a pretty big equine thing. Is there going to be a challenge between you and your wife at Farm Tech Days to do a barrel race?
Not at Farm Tech Days. It's just there's a lot going on to do that, but we do compete quite a bit locally, around the Mondovi in this area. But then but she's got a much better horse than I do. She travels all over rodeoing and all over the country. So yeah, her horse is much better. That
is Mike Ginter. He's chairman of the Eau Claire County Committee for Wisconsin Farm Technology Days that will be held July 20th through the 22nd in Eau Claire County. I'm Brian Winnekins. You're listening to the WRDN Morning Farm Report.